Welcome back to New Rockstars, and the new trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania has got us all excited to head back to the quantum realm to see the sights, some new faces, and a couple of big old faces like the big bad MODOK with his little dangly legs working with Kang the Conqueror. What if I told you that MODOK had a secret plan to betray his new co-worker? What if I told you that MODOK was planning on raising an army of evil MODOK variants to take over the multiverse? This is Rogue Theory, the show where we pitch the wildest theories for the nerd titles that we love, a show made possible by the lovely people over at NordVPN. More on them later. My name is MT, and going rogue with me today is the wonderfully amazing, the roguest of us all, Jessica Clemons. What's going on, Jess?
Hi. I know that we're sponsored by a lot of big hats, but what about big bonnets? I know that I'm the only one that wears a silk bonnet, and the only other POC here is bald, but maybe everyone can wear a bonnet. Hear me out, it's good for all hairs.
I'm about to wear a bonnet in solidarity, because we gotta get the bonnet awareness up.
Maybe we could get sponsored by a bonnet.
I'm down to wear a bonnet. I just don't want to be canceled.
Brandon, you need a bonnet. Brandon, you need a bonnet. You got too much hair. You need to silk that up, baby.
He's got so much hair.
You got the permission, man.
You got the bonnet privileges. Being set up for failure. We have amazing friend of the show, Matt Acevedo. What's going on, Matt?
Hey, happy New Year, everyone. Happy to be back to talk about some MODOK and Kang. Yes. So it's going to be a fun one for sure.
It's going to be so good. And our wonderful, my brother, the main man himself, Brandon Barrick. What's going on, Brandon?
Oh, hello, MT. So good to see you again. So glad to be back on Rogue Theory. I am ready to get very rogue. It's time. New year, new rogue, new me.
Dude, Quantumania is looking like the most roguest Marvel movie that we've ever seen. Because like that whole trailer was just like, where are we? What is going on? This is like the craziest, like the weirdest visuals I've ever seen in the MCU. Which leads us to our first topic of today. MODOK, the weirdest looking man in the world. He is in the MCU and he's back and he's working with Kang the Conqueror. I think that he's up to something. I think that MODOK could be secretly planning on building an army of MODOKs to take over the entire shindig, to take over Kang's operation. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, Kang, you can set it up while I take it at the very end and like take your army and go wreck shop. But we saw in the trailer that Scott was able to duplicate himself. We don't know how that's possible, but it's like one of the weirdest and most staggering things in the trailer. And I think that, MODOK could be using this technology to replicate himself, because like MODOK thinks that he's the smartest being in the world. He's so arrogant in the comics, and he likes to work with like a large group of people with AIM. But like I feel like maybe since that this is Darren Cross and like he doesn't really, I don't know, people screwed him over in the past. I think that he's like, you know what? I don't want to work with other people. I want to work with me because I can only trust me. So I'm going to make all these variants, going to duplicate myself like Scott, and then we're going to go and take over the multiverse. What do you guys think about this?
I think that's a very fair shake you're giving to Darren Cross by being like, people screwed me over in the past. What about Frank? He got pretty screwed over, I would say.
It's true. He killed Frank in the toilet. He squished him and made him into a like weird pasty red blood and then threw him in the toilet. It's terrible.
Though I guess from Darren's perspective, he does feel screwed over, right? He feels screwed over by Hank Pym. He lived in Hank Pym's shadow, could never go out of it. He wouldn't get the secret tips. It seems like, Darren Cross got shrunk down as Yellow Jacket. He got sucked into the quantum realm. Kang finds him like a little baby Voldemort, all shriveled and like covered in goo. And he's like, I'll fix you, buddy. I'll fix you. And he just fixes his head and gives him. Well, I guess it was hard to tell the scale from the trailer, but I think he has normal human arms and legs. It's just his head is so giant, right?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Or what if he has like a normal, like human-sized head in the quantum realm, but his limbs just got small? That'd be hilarious.
It has a false perspective. I could definitely see him using this whatever duplication technology to make all the like AIM soldiers, right? They're the ones that wear like the yellow hazmat suits.
Right.
Do they have like a fancy name, or are they just like AIM? Generic AIM.
Just AIM
scientists.
I don't know. Henchmen.
There is a name for them, and I'm blanking on it. Just drop that. But there is a name for them, and it's going to drive me crazy.
Is it the beekeepers?
It's
the
like
beekeepers, right?
Yeah, something like that. Something bee related.
They all dress like bees, so like the beekeepers. So like maybe they're just the beekeepers. The AIM beekeepers.
We're not confusing this with the Venture Brothers.
I confuse everything with the Venture Brothers. The Doctor Who, Star Trek, I just confuse it with Venture Brothers. Just kidding. But no, for sure. Like, I think that Darren Cross is just very cross. He's very cross at at Scott Lang and but just everyone. He just doesn't trust people because like he had this whole company, he had it all. He was about to make millions of dollars selling this tech to Hydra, and then he got freaking screwed over after fighting Thompson the Tank Engine in a little girl's room. And and he's just like, you know what? I need to do these things right my way. I am the mental organism designed for computing. I'm gonna go kill some people now. Yeah, I think that it's possible here.
And above video, sorry, did you really enhance that? Is that really Darren Cross as MODOK?
There's like a shot of him in the background when they're walking through the portal. You can see his like little face, like
his head is like, hey,
and his like bald head peeking out over the top.
Okay, cool. That's great. That's freaking great.
I'm surprised that they even revealed that in the trailer because like that seemed like a surprise. That'd be in the movie, but they're like, you know what, whatever. People will probably figure it out.
Give them more to talk about.
I really do think that Brandon is onto something here. I do think that like that's pretty spot on, but I'm going a little more rogue. I'm going a little more rogue on this one. I think because I kind of feel like Kang he's too smart, and MODOK, even though he's like, you know, he's a smart creature, right? He's kind of dumb in his way. He's like, and I don't think Kang would make someone who's like dumb, you know? So I kind of think maybe it is a Darren Cross in an alternate, in a multiverse who got into, you know, who was in that multiverse was running AIM, because AIM is like who created MODOK, and they turned him into, he figured out in this multiverse, that's how he can get into the quantum realm, was like by using the, like, you know, putting his mind into this mental organism designed only for killing, or maybe they called it something else with a K. But like that's how he was able to tap in, and it's actually he's like, you know, he's trapped there from a different multiverse, and he's trying to offer Kang like the ability to like use the equivalent of Pym particles, you know, in turn, he's going to try and backstab Kang and try and get access to like his time abilities, right? Like his ability to access like whatever time, however Kang is able to control time in this universe, he's going to want that power. So I think it's from a multiverse. I think he's like, he's coming in to basically try and double cross Kang, just like Brandon said, but I think it's a multiverse MODOK.
Not R616 Darren Cross. Like he's
I don't think it's our Darren Cross.
Because I like that idea, because if you think about it, like Darren Cross lost in Ant-Man 1 an infinite amount of times in the multiverse. So like there's an infinite amount of variants that get shrunk into the quantum realm. So like technically he could have like a whole army. He could find like the variants of himself and be like, all right, guys, let's all work together. And I like that. It's a lot.
I would love it too. Thanks, man. I would love it if there's even AIM like grunts in this world. Like he brought his like little army. He's like, oh yes, AIM MODOK will control the quantum realm like with my minions. You know, like I want that MODOK. I want to go full like super ham. Like I want that. You know,
I love that idea of like a multiversal variant, because like this could be a Darren Cross who did win in his universe, right? He figured it out, and he figured out the Pym particle, and like he sold it to Hydra, and he was very successful. And then like his hubris got him stuck, where he's like, oh, I figured out the Pym particle. Next for me was the quantum realm, and he did it, but then he got stuck down there as a big head with normal arms and legs.
Exactly. I just feel like AIM isn't done yet, because in our MCU, in our universe, AIM was run by Aldrich Killian from Iron Man 3, and that was already thwarted. But I don't think that's the last we've seen of AIM. I think that's how we reintroduce them, is that's how MODOK is running it in a multiverse, because in the comics MODOK's running AIM, and that's how we reintroduce the like beehive kind of AIM that we know.
I like that theory, because then it also gives way to, even if it was an illusion, how we saw the beekeeper in WandaVision. Could be okay. I picked up yesterday that I was like, I think we're gonna see Wanda again in the quantum realm, and so I'm like, give me any reason that she could do anything that affects the quantum realm. So I agree with Matt. I know this is MT's rogue theory, but
no, like I definitely agree that like something's going to happen where MODOK is going to eventually be in charge of AIM. He's going to take over Killian's role. He's going to escape the quantum realm. He's going to be like, all right, what the AIM? This is great. Beehives. I love bees. I love bees so much.
Oh, I love bees. Num, 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 num.
No. He just eats a bunch of bees. It's disgusting. But no, going back to what you said about MODOK wanting to control time, if you think about it, MODOK is a freak. He's a freaky looking man. He's not supposed to look like that. So maybe he wants to go back in time and change like his transformation and go back to being a normal looking man. Who knows? Even though time travel doesn't work like that in the MCU, maybe he's going to try. Who knows?
He's like, I just want to be.
I just want to go on a date. No one wants to swipe right in my Tinder profile. I'm disgusting.
Look at me. I'm a genius, but I'm a monster.
Maybe this MODOK is from a universe where that's how people look. He's a normal looking dude.
I would love
And he comes to the
true.
quantum realm and like, you're all of the freaks. I'm
Right.
the normal
He's
He's
one.
like, why are your guys' legs
Yeah.
smaller than your head? It seems
Doesn't
weird
make sense.
that you guys can walk and not fall over every time you touch the ground.
Right?
I get excited about AIM coming back. I really hope it happens because then we can get a Marvel special about Bob, Agent of AIM, which is like there's a comic. I might be misquoting that, but it is a one-shot comic that they did, and I would love it if like Bob Odenkirk was like an Agent of AIM, and like it's just a day in the life as a grunt. It's a single issue comic that came out like probably like 8 years ago, but it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's
and I want to see that.
Agent of the same Agent of Hydra, Bob.
It's a different one. No, so it's not Bob. it's just an Agent of AIM.
Okay.
If I it's like I forgot the name that they gave him, but it was just like a grunt. It was like the day in the life of this grunt of AIM.
Dude, I like a good random like, all right, I'm a grunt story. I think Marvel Studios needs to do that. Like we need like a weird like henchman grunt story. Maybe like Frogman. Like, I mean, Leapfrog, like, hey, just take a grunt, and we see the day in the life of a grunt. But no, Jess, tell me more of your thoughts on this theory. Like, we want to hear the rogue Queen Jess.
I like it.
Okay.
End of sentence.
I do
I like it.
That's all I need. I like it.
I think I just
kidding.
I want more in the regard. I get like kind of revenge, but also being like I'm smarter than all of them, and like just hating Scott Lang because of it. I guess I just want more than that because like how long have we not seen him, right? And then the blip happened and all this stuff happened, and it's like, oh, you haven't changed your motive. And I think it's why Matt's theory got to me because I was like, oh, I love the idea that this is a different. Yeah, it's a different Derek.
What if we somehow see like the MODOK from the comics? Like, what if they bring like the actual MODOK via the multiverse to work with Darren Cross and be like, it's me, real MODOK, because why not?
Real MODOK.
Real MODOK #1 from the 2D comics. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah. Or bring in the Patton Oswalt. There's a claymation scene. He comes in.
Oh my God, yes.
Let's get weird.
Have like a cartoon or the claymation MODOK, but only Darren Cross can see it. It's like his guide, his conscious. He's like, do it, be more evil. And Darren Cross is like, I don't know. I'm trying
if you think about it, like in the first Ant-Man movie, he got progressively more and more crazier. Like this pimp stuff made him more crazy. So that's possible.
Yeah.
Do like the scene from The Boys where like Darren Cross is talking in the mirror
to his normal
and
self.
on the other side of the mirror is the 2D cartoon MODOK. He's like, you can be better. You can be more.
Do crimes, do evil.
He's like, every time I talk to you, you look and sound worse. I don't want to become you.
Who was there for you when you got shrunken down to the quantum realm? It was me.
Make him sound like the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Do it.
No matter what, we just want him to commit to that voice, man. That's just great.
I hope Corey Stoll does a good voice as MODOK.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, I do have a correction. It was Hydra.
Okay.
But it's Hank Johnson, Agent of Hydra. That was the one shot I was thinking of. But still, let's add that because that's. I mean, Hydra's kind of gone right now. But
They're coming back. They're coming back. Cut off one head, two more go to take its place, and one of those heads is Bob or Hank, the agent of Hydra. But no, let's vote on this theory. Do you guys think of this theory as rogus, bogus, or ogus? Take it away, Jessica.
I'm going to still give it a Roguist because I think, which I say every Rogue Theory, we start forgetting what Rogue Theory is about. It's about being rogue. I think it's still a rogue idea. And I think tangentially it's still connected to when we last saw him in the first movie. So I think I hear it. I understand it. Do I want it? No. But I think it's a good rogue theory. Do I want it? Absolutely not. But I think it's a good rogue theory nonetheless.
Okay. Thank you, Jessica. What do you think, Matt?
I think it is a Roguist because this is still an Ant-Man movie.
This is still...
And that's the through line.
This is every Roguist has a little stipulation, but it's still enough. It's still enough.
Yeah.
Still enough.
Roguist much. All right, what do you think about this, Brandon?
Okay, I mean, I'll go with the crowd. I'll give it a Roguist, but here's what I'll say. Darren Cross may want to do this. He will not succeed at all. Kang's all over it. Kang won't let it happen.
Yeah.
Kang will shut it down completely.
Yeah.
And I want to give a side Roguist to Matt's theory that this is not our Darren
I
Cross.
love that.
That this is a new Darren Cross. That's a good twist, and I like that. I would.
Thank you.
Yes, I will also. I'm going to give you a double Roguist for that one. That was a really good one. I love that one.
I want Hank Pym to be like, you're Darren Cross, and Darren Cross be like, I have no idea who you are, Hank Pym.
I don't know
I have
what you are.
I don't know you at all. I don't think about you at all.
Or if he did even work for Hank Pym in a different timeline, but he doesn't know who Scott is. Scott never was there. So he's just like, who's you?
Yeah, exactly.
Who are you? Who's you?
Whose man is this? Whose man
is this? Take him away. All right, guys, this was really fun. But up next, Jess is going to hit us up with her own amazing rogue topic. But guys, be sure to check out newrockstarsmerch.com where you can grab some awesome new Rockstars gear. And it's not just shirts. We got hoodies, hats, stickers, enamel pins, and so much more. So support the channel and check out all of our awesome merch options over at newrockstarsmerch.com. We also want to thank our amazing new partners over at NordVPN. Because have you ever gotten extremely hyped to watch a new series or film only to discover it's not available for streaming in your country? It hurts. It hurts my soul every time it happens. Well, NordVPN has you covered. With NordVPN, you can switch your virtual location on your device with just one click, giving you the ability to access streaming services from over 60 countries at no extra cost. And it opens up a quantum realm full of entertaining content, which you wouldn't be able to access without NordVPN. And with over 5,400 servers in 60 countries, NordVPN gives you access to games and streaming platforms that are currently not available in your region. And the best part is NordVPN will not slow down your online experience. That is very important. We know that you guys like fast internet experiences. NordVPN does not get in the way of that. They've done the speed test, and NordVPN is the fastest VPN out there. And they even keep you safe from hackers, malicious sites, and pop-ups while browsing the internet, all with just one click. So grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/roguetheory, and you will get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus a bonus gift. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. That's nordvpn.com/roguetheory. We also want to thank Bespoke Post for sponsoring this podcast, because every month has one day that is more awesome than all the rest, and that's the day that your box of awesome arrives from Bespoke Post. Every box of awesome from Bespoke Post contains incredible items that will make your kitchen, wardrobe, or even the outdoors more awesome. That's really one of the coolest things about Bespoke Post. Every unique item is hand curated from a small business that you probably would have never heard of otherwise. From cozy essentials to travel must-haves and cocktail kits, Box of Awesome has everything you need this month. So to get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right box of awesome for you. And they release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. Each box is valued at around $70, but you only pay a fraction of that price. Plus, with each box of awesome, you're supporting small businesses. 90% of everything that comes in your box of awesome is from a small up-and-coming brand, which is really cool. So it's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code ROGUE at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code ROGUE for 20% off your first box. boxofawesome.com, code ROAD. And we also want to thank Battling Blades. You guys like swords? Get ready for this one. Because if you had to take on Kang in the quantum realm, you'd probably want at least a sword to fight with. Am I right? You got to impale somebody. Even if you're not taking on Kang the Conqueror, you probably still want a sword. So why not check out Battling Blades? Just, wield it responsibly, please. Battling Blades designs... Battling Blades designs and sells high-quality swords, axes, machetes, and knives, striving to design and create products with the highest quality metals, bone, wood, and leather. And it's more than just blades. Battling Blades also sells armor, shields, and helmets to really get into character, get you that whole setup, baby. So looking for something a little bit more personal? Battling Blades will take your custom order to make the blade of your dreams. Seriously, check out their incredible site and see everything that they have to offer. We got their high-carbon Damascus steel bastard sword in the office, and it is awesome. Like, it is super cool. I can't believe we have a sword in the office. My God.
It was a horrible idea.
It's a horrible idea. Oh, someone's going to get killed. It's going to be me. So for 20%... So for 20% off your Battling Blades order, go to battlingblades.com and enter code ROGUE at checkout. That is BATTLING blades.com and enter code ROGUE at checkout to get 20% off your order. We thank Battling Blades for sponsoring this video. All right, Jessica Clemons, the wonderful and amazing roguist queen that we have in this office, is going to take us away with topic number 2. Take it away, Jessica.
Thank you, MT. My topic, why I look like the brown M&M. So.
You do not. That's my role.
So if you
Don't
look
you take
behind
my
me,
job.
I have a presentation to give you. No, I'm joking. My rogue theory is very rogue, very unrealistic, but if you use your imagination, it could be realistic. I think Cassie Lang's going to die in this movie.
Oh.
So,
my gosh.
okay. Someone also tweeted at me yesterday and was like, that's what someone tweeted at me. They were like, Jessica, why do you keep trying to kill people in the MCU? And I was like, I don't try to kill people. I just need justifications and they need to die. So, also, yes, like Brandon said, she's old enough. She's 18.
Yeah, she's an adult.
She's old enough to die.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
She also was in Blip, so she's probably like 22. Either way, doesn't warrant a lot of deaths. But
Oh my God.
I essentially think we need someone as big as Cassie Lang to die. It has to be Cassie or it has to be Hope. But we're seeing a lot of Hope. And I agree with Brandon, who I don't know if he's mentioned it online, but offline he has mentioned seeing them in costume in the quantum realm, but getting sucked into the quantum realm like it was a normal Sunday afternoon, right? They go into the quantum realm by accident completely. They're in their normal garb. So how are they in their suits, right? So I think they get out and then they come back in. And I think a reason they get out and come back in is when Kang says, I can make a deal with you. I can give you more time. It's because as soon as they ran into Kang, Kang takes Cassie and kills her. And I think that's where I think he kills her. I would love to say he locks her up. Genuinely, if Marvel Studios wants to say like, hey, we can't kill her, they lock her up. But I do want her to die. I think she dies that way. Scott's like, I have to do this. I need to get my daughter back. And Janet's like, you don't understand. That man is a literal crazy person. He's a sneaky fox. And he's like, yeah, but you have your daughter and you have your husband. I don't have my daughter anymore. That's all I had. So I need that time. So he goes through the quantum realm doing what Kang needs him to do. And when he does it, they supply it by bringing Cassie Lang back. But when they brings Cassie Lang back, he sends her out. Like she's like, I think it's because when he's reversing time or doing whatever, she essentially wouldn't have been in the quantum realm yet. She'd still be outside. So she's outside. And that's when she comes back into the quantum realm later in her suit, ready to go and fight. But I think she has to die. She gets resurrected, comes back in, and Scott Lang is stuck in there. And that's them trying to get Scott out.
Interesting. That would be bananas. Like that would be like massive, like a huge surprise for everyone in the theater. And like but it makes sense considering that we are, in this, multiverse stage of the MCU. We know that variants are a huge thing and that like they can essentially be, if they have the same memories, a good replacement for someone who dies. I would say that's a good replacement. So like, yeah, I think that this would be a really good carrot to dangle in front of Scott and be like, hey, I killed your daughter, but don't worry. You have an infinite amount of daughters. I can save her. You just got to do something for me. I like that.
Do you think that the reason for Kang to do this is that they need some sort of, he wants like the tech or some pin particle thing or something that he needs in order to fulfill his mission?
Yes. I am stuck on the fact that I think Bill Murray has something in that fake Chronopolis that he needs, but it's highly guarded. And every time he tries, something happens. They've created something. I think when Janet was in there and she's working with Bill Murray, they created something to make sure that Kang could not get in there. So Kang's like, I need to get in there. And he has what I need. And that's why he's like, Janet's here. You guys are all here. Might as well just get you guys to go in there and get it for me.
Dude, and that fits in with the theme that every anime movie is a heist movie. Oh my God, Jess.
It will just I love how every Ant-Man appearance he's doing a heist every time. It's like, hey, I'm here, time to heist everyone.
They just need to do that scene. I wonder if they'll do it in Quantumania, where he's like, we're gonna go in there and the plan is here's everybody's job, and they just do the actual job in the montage.
They haven't announced Michael Pena for this movie, but it would be great if like they're in the quantum realm and they're like, this freedom fighter has a plan for us, and then it's Michael Pena, but it's not him, but it's just the actor.
Yo,
and
imagine
he's just like,
it's like a Glock.
And the drums start, the little bongos like.
Yo, imagine if Kang took Michael Pena instead of Scott and his family. I would watch that What If episode 20 times. That would be so funny.
We need to save that man. We need to protect him at all costs. He's so important.
He's so amazing.
He's crucial.
I do like your idea that Cassie dies. I
gotta
love
keep it rogue.
Yes.
Gotta keep it rogue.
It doesn't make sense because it is. Where does her suit come from? Because there's no way that like when they get sucked in at the beginning, she already has a suit. It doesn't make sense at that point. And I'm also kind of hooked on the fact that her suit is like purplish, bluish. It's kind of Kang colors. And I'm wondering if like Kang kills the Cassie we know, but makes a new Cassie as his own daughter to like try and push Scott to do whatever he needs Scott to do. Right.
Oh, a classic hook situation. That's my Cassie. That's my Cassie. You know what I'm talking about? That's a deep cut. You know what I'm talking about.
Run home, Cassie. Run home, Cassie.
I'm always trying to get a hook reference in there every time I come on.
I notice, like, Matt, every time we do this, you do this.
But no, like, I really like this idea because, like, what if, like, we're looking at a scenario where normal Cassie dies, and then Kang pulls a Cassie from the multiverse, but this is a Cassie that's already a mutant or has superpowers. Because we know that Cassie has superpowers. And so it's just like, this is how she gets powers. We took her from an X-Men universe by accident.
Do you know how sad that would be to be the Cassie that died powerless, and then another Cassie that did have powers takes her spot? Oh my God.
To be fair, I mean, like the Cassie that seeing her in the trailer with like her suit, she's pretty confident. She seems very like, like she knows what's going on. She knows her shit. Like, so I kind of dig that theory. That's a pretty rogue theory that, she comes from a multiverse too, and that it's not his Cassie, which makes it even more heartbreaking when they have to go to back to their own multiverses. And then he just has a dead child.
Oh my God.
He's like, well, and this is how I like how all the Avengers are either dying or having children. And he's like, well, I lost a child and I'm alive.
Yeah. I mean, you're on the money there, Jess. There has been a lot of like child stuff lately. It's been a very big through line between like love, between Scar,
Iron
Man. Yeah. Like all this idea of like the kids having kids, passing on your lineage, putting this burden on your kids. And that's the thing these movies have to deal with, because like the comic books, kids stay kids for like 20 years. But like in these movies, like they're aging up so fast, and we have to, they're almost in real time. Like if it's 2 years between movies, it's 2 years in the movies too. So yeah, like this idea that, we're seeing other original MCU heroes get children, to see one who had a child lose it would be like a big tonal shift. Crazy.
Do you guys think that we'll see Loki in this one? Like because right now, wherever he is, like Kang's taking over the TVA and stuff. Do you think we'll see him?
It would have to be like a post credit, right? You can't put it in the movie.
Yeah, because Loki season 2 is coming out, so I think post credit scene will be a Loki related.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that we'll see Loki at the very end.
I was gonna say I'm talking about it on the break room today. How I think a lot of people think this across the board is that He Who Remains sent his variant to the quantum realm. And so I think that Kang is like, I'm gonna up the TVA as soon as I get out. This Kang is like his goal is like, I'm getting out to conquer. Don't get me wrong, but first I'm beating my own ass, and then he's gonna find out that so much shit happened.
It would make sense though for Loki to like talk to Scott at the end of this movie and be like, Hey, Scott, I know we haven't really interacted much. You probably don't know much about me other than the fact that I'm a interdimensional terrorist. But just I would like to get a few notes on what you ran into down there. Thanks so much.
I mean, like, if you think about it, like, if Kang gets, Kang's definitely going to get released into the multiverse by the end of this movie. And, like, we need the person that knows Kang the best. And Loki's the biggest Kang expert right now in the multiverse. So, like, you need Loki. And, like, I'm excited at the possibility that we might see Loki as, like, an Avenger in a future movie. Just be like, hey, guys, you need me. Ha!
A bigger twist would be not Loki showing up to talk to Scott, but, like, Ravonna Renslayer showing up to talk to Scott to be like, where's my man? I need to see my man.
Where's the sexy Kang? the meaner Kang? Please.
I want the meanest one.
But no, oh my goodness. I like this idea. I mean, of Cassie dying. I mean, it's very sad. It's very sad to see Cassie because I love little Cassie. Little Cassie is my Cassie. I mean, I'm sure Catherine Newton is going to do a great job, but little Cassie, I miss her. I hope we see for a little bit in this movie so Scott can say goodbye to his daughter. That'd be really nice. But I like this idea of the implications of Cassie dying and like pushing Scott to the edge and working with this madman. Because like I feel like that's one of the few reasons or explanations why he would even work with someone as crazy as Kang. But no, I like this theory. I'm gonna give it a double Rogus myself. Well, what do you guys think?
Double Rogus.
Double Rogus.
Well, since it's already a double, I don't give a what you you other two think.
Jeez Louise. Well, it's a burn vote, I guess, but I will give it a Rogus. I'll give it a Rogus because I want this Cassie dead. Yeah. Just like in Stranger Things, we need to kill more kids.
Kill the children.
Yeah.
CMC. KMC. I don't know how to spell.
KMC.
KMC.
Like, not to roast Catherine Newton.
Kids.
Like, I'm sure she's great, but like, remember the trailer when she's yelling "Dad"? She's like, "Dad." Like, I feel like there wasn't as much emotion in that. So maybe this is a variant. Be like, this isn't my dad.
I genuinely, MT, I thought about that. I was like, that's not bad acting. I think this character does not give two craps about this person dying.
She didn't know this man. He was gone.
He's like, oh, Dad, 616 Dad.
I was like, I'd be crying snot and going, Dad. She went, Dad.
Dad.
I went,
oh, wow.
Is that your father?
I guess.
Is that your dad?
A real casual dad. What do you think, Matt?
Oh, I gave it a double Rogus. I thought you came out of the gate and I'm like, wow, she's like swinging and it's gone. Hey. It is gone, baby. This is like a double Rogus for sure. Like, did not see that one coming. And then the more we talked about it, I'm like, that kid's dead.
She's the rogue queen. She is the ultra roguest of us all.
As long as it's titled Rogue Theory and not Jessica, this has to be realistic theory, then I'm pretty good to go usually.
This is true.
Yeah.
Well, this was great, guys. I like this conversation. I cannot wait for this freaking movie so much. But there's another big thing that is out right now. It's on HBO Max. It's called The Last of Us. It's time for our rogue question, by the way. I forgot to transition to that.
Oh, I like the little preview, though. That was hot.
Thanks. But with The Last of Us premiering on HBO this weekend, this could be a big moment for video games being turned into television series. So, what is your roguest pitch for a series based on any video game throughout history? It could be anything. It could be fucking Pong, for all we know.
No, someone else goes first. I forgot. Oh my god. I was thinking about what my favorite game was. And I genuinely think this would be a great idea for a show. So someone please pick it up. Did you guys play Jet Set Radio?
Oh my god!
Jet Set Radio. Could you imagine that as a game?
Great.
Could you imagine that as a game? Just a bunch of like young kids, like teens or ruthless teens, just graffiti painting everything and running away from the cops, running away from everything, but just outwardly just artist folks, just like getting really deep into that. I would watch that show, and you can heighten it. I think you stay baseline Jet Set Radio, but do what they did for like the Joker, like go deep with it. Be like, who are these kids' backstories? Are
like,
they?
How did this society come about?
If it's like post-apocalyptic, and these are like kids that are just like, this is the earliest ancient art we know, and we're gonna keep doing it. It's like graffiti or something. I will take it, but Jet Set Radio was my shit. So
that's dope. I think is there an anime of it? There might be an anime too, which would be freaking sweet.
That was my favorite.
I would
but
love
live action of that would be like unreal.
It would be super dope. I love that idea. Jet Set Radio is one of those games that is like a cult classic. People don't really talk about it, but like it's so amazing. I love Jet Set Radio.
Fun.
Such a good idea.
The music was good. The art, the clothes, the style. Woo, baby, bring it back.
Yes. I would love like an Into the Spider-Verse animation style for Jet Set Radio. That would be so dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. Well, what do you guys think?
It's not fair, but I'm going to say I have two.
Go for it. Go rogue.
One's like a serious one, and one's like, that's, a little goofy. But one, the serious one, I think Ghost of Tsushima would be an amazing HBO show. It's already such an incredible narrative. I think it would really fit along the lines with something like The Last of Us, but it's different. You can shoot it in that Kurosawa style. That story, if you guys have never played that game, that story is, it's phenomenal. It's a great story and would translate well.
Now, will several episodes begin and then the character dies and that's the end of the episode, and then the next episode is restarting that same episode again? What makes it this time?
And it's only, you gotta liberate this cab and then this cab. It's not actually the story. It's just all side quests,
That's hilarious.
But I think that one would translate really, really well. So, and then the other one I think would be, I really just want like a very eccentric live action version of NBA Jam from the 90s.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby.
But it's like, yeah, dude, like it'd be like, it's just 2v2. So it's just like in this world, NBA players are just, it's just two people on the teams.
That's hilarious.
And you get to know the relationships, maybe there's a bromance to cook in. And I think that would be really fun. Very slice of life sport, like sport anime, but live action.
Yo, let's get Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam series in this right now. Yeah. My God.
And it has to be the NBA Jam roster. So it'd be like Scottie Pippen, and stuff like that.
The 90s. NBA. That's hilarious. Yeah. I love that so much. That's so funny. What you got, Brandon?
My dream game already being turned into a show. So excited for it. Twisted Metal. Cannot wait.
Oh,
I loved Twisted Metal as a kid.
Mackie.
They're doing it live action. I'm very excited about it. I talked to one of the writers about it. It sounds like a great show. Doing all these crazy stunts. Sounds great. Very excited. So that's great. That's already happening. My next pitch, we're going to go back. We're going to go old school. Going to Sega Genesis. We're talking about a launch game exclusive to Sega, baby. Echo the Dolphin. Hear me out.
Oh, my God. Echo the Dolphin.
There's no dialogue in the show.
Leave me out of it.
It's just this dolphin using his powers of sonar to figure out what's going wrong in the ocean and stopping it. There's no talking ever. There's no talking. It's just animal noises.
It's just like the people who animated for his Dark Materials are animating this one because they did a great job.
Dude.
Yeah.
No, I want a second pitch. Make it into a genuine TV show. Play it like The Sandlot, Backyard Baseball. Do it for the youth. Do it for the youth with the Kellogg cereal. Do it for the kids.
With the Kellogg.
Give it to the kids.
God, Backyard. Bro, I've been campaigning for a humongous entertainment cinematic universe with Backyard Baseball, freaking Spy Fox, Pajama Sam, all that.
Like it Pajama would be Sam came back.
Blasters, Clue Finders, the whole, all the freaking PC people from the past.
Yeah. I was playing PC games. I haven't been playing PC games since I was in preschool, baby. Give me that box cereal. Put it in, Mom.
But no.
Or you even do like a PBS. Hear me out. Last pitch. Sorry, PBS style like drama show like Downton Abbey or whatever. But it's Oregon Trail, and it's for the older ladies because I know like all the moms love that kind of stuff. So it's like the Oregon Trail. It's like,
I'm dying of dysentery. Oh God,
dysentery. I'm shitting my pants. I love this, but I'm gonna have to give the trophy for the road question to Jessica for two of the amazing Jet Set Radio and Backyard Baseball, like two out of the cut, amazing. I'm a sucker for both of those. So Jessica, you get our trophy for road question, road queen for today. Claps for Jessica.
She's too rogue today. She's so rogue today, y'all.
Make those shows. If you did The Sandlot like Backyard Baseball, it's so easy, and it's just The Sandlot, but you involve women and more people of color.
Right?
That's all it is.
It's just The Sandlot with Pete Wheeler. That's it. Yeah. That's basically all it is. But that is it for this episode of Rogue Theory. Thanks to our amazing guests, Jessica Clemons, Matt Acevedo, and Brandon Barrick. Support our channel by checking out all of our awesome merch over at newrockstarsmerch.com. You can follow me at MasterTainment. You see me tweet some weird shit. You can follow New Rockstars on all social platforms, and be sure to subscribe to our channel here on the YouTube.com. We'll see you guys next time. We love you guys so much. Be safe and goodbye.
Jet Set Radio.
Bye. MODOK wants you to have a good day.